All right, Harmony Science Academy 6th grade math students. We're going to talk about this very important topic of Pemdas substitute and distribute, and you'll be ready for the CBA 6, okay? Most of this you already know, which is good, and then we'll spend some time on distribute, which is a little newer to you guys, okay? So, let's go through the motions. So, evaluate, again, reading what you're asked to do is going to be important, so it triggers something in your brain, okay? Evaluate each expression, and then look at what they give you. What should pop out to you is that there's no variables, okay? So evaluate a value, okay? Basically just pop out some number, okay? So let's do number 1 here. All right. -6. Most of you guys do this already. You write the problem in your notebooks, okay? Now, when I look at this, okay, I ask myself, am I ready to use Pemdas? Sometimes it's not ready, okay? Like here, you might have to substitute first. But here there's nothing else, so Pemdas says parentheses, but there's nothing happening. Next, exponent, okay? So let me go and do that. I'll copy the rest. Now I've got the minus, and then I've got this 2 cubed, okay? So that over here is 2 times 2, which is 4 times 2, which is 8. Okay, so I've got my 8. Now I look at this again and I say Pemdas says parentheses again, nothing happening in there. And I ask myself what operations. I've got plus and minus. Okay, so I go left to right. This and this is, all right, you guys do the scratch work on the side. So we get, and now I can subtract -2 minus 8. You guys know how to do that. -2 plus -8 is -10. Okay, this is what you guys can do. Okay, Pemdas, so make sure you get it done. Okay, all right. Now let's move on to this next one. Okay, evaluate each using the values given. Now I'm going to go ahead and write it first. Okay, and use x equals 4 and y equals 1. Okay, evaluate, so they still want a value. Okay, we talked about that. At the end I'm going to have a value. Oops. So let me go back here. Okay, now remember on number 1 they wanted a value and we got it. Okay, so we're expecting a value over here too. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. All right, we're expecting a value. Okay, at the very end. So I've got now an algebraic expression. What's different than this one? This one just had numbers and operations. This one's got numbers and variables and operations. So that one already qualifies as algebra. Okay, you guys are good at this also. This is substitution. Okay, so where I see an x, that's a 4. Where I see a y, that's a 1. So here I'm going to substitute 1 for y. So I put the 1 and then what? Parentheses. Okay, plus what is x? It's a 4. So I put a 4 parentheses. Copy this. What is y? 1. Put a 1 parentheses. Okay. And now that's it. I forget about this and I'm just focused here. Now I look around. Hey, is there anything else I'm missing? No. Okay, so I go Pemdas. Pemdas is add before subtract. So I'll go 5 minus 1, which is 4. Okay, and that is my value that they wanted. Okay, all right, so let's move on to this next one over here. Simplify each expression. This one is going to involve distribute. Okay. Now look at this one. This one says simplify. It doesn't say it wants a value, but just so you guys know, simplify this expression. So simplify doesn't mean you're going to get a value. It just makes all this simpler. Okay. So let me copy it here. All right. So you guys know this, and this one you actually know it, but now pay attention to this part, distribute. Okay, what's going to get distributed? So I have the -1. This, you guys know that this here, it's an invisible multiplication, right? But it's this times this and this, so I'm going to have to distribute. Pay attention what's going to happen here, okay? This guy's going to have to come here, but since there's something else, it's also going to have to distribute over here. So I have -3 times x, and then I have -3. Let me put the plus. I have -3 to the 1, so that's like this. Okay? Did you catch that? That's it. That's distribution. You're going to have that sometimes. You have to appreciate that property of distribution for the CBA 6 and moving forward in your math careers, okay? So again, the distribution is this guy on the outside coming in here, okay? So now I have this and I go Pemdas because there's nothing else to do, okay? And now what else is there? I'll notice that he is just a number. He's what they call, well, I won't even say the word, okay, but he's got a variable, so he's different than him and different than him. So then I'm going to organize it this way. I've got -1, okay? I'm going to bring this over here, plus -3, okay? So I used him, and now I'll put him at the end. Okay. Now I want you guys to appreciate what just happened here. Why? I can organize these terms so that I can put -1 plus -3 together. And this guy that's different, I'll keep them separate. Okay? We'll spend more time in class practicing this, but thanks for your time. We'll see you then.